Slime, no good, low down, dirty demons are causing chaos. Beware. All right? There might be some negative people in your life at this particular point in time because you're constantly progressing and they're trying to cause stress because they see that you have something that you're focused on. They see you have something that you're trying to do with your life, and there's little to no attention that you're giving this person. These people are desperate. All right, they're desperate for attention. They need it more than a glass of water. All right, they need it more than you think. You might think somebody is just sitting there. You might think somebody is just driving up behind you in a vehicle. You might think someone is just doing what they would normally do, but no. The type of attention that you draw causes people to want to bring chaos into your life. If they can't get enough of it, or if they can't have it themselves, one of the things that they're going to do is they're going to try to take it out on you because of the frustration that you cause them to have within themselves. It's a certain amount of anger that they have when when they have to deal with someone like you. All right, these people are driven by attention. All right, their whole life surrounds them getting some attention from someone, somewhere, in some type of situation. All right, these are the types of people that you can't just walk past them and mind your business. You can't just go about your life and not acknowledge them some way, somehow. All right, they're going to try to force you to have to deal with them. And people like this are low down and dirty. You may have something that you're dealing with. You may have something on your mind. It may be something that you're going through in life, and they'll see that. And what they do is they wait. They wait till they know that you're about to get upset, or you're about to explode, or your anger is about to be at an all-time high. It's nothing that they could actually stop within themselves. It's something that they have to do. This is why you keep encountering situations and people like this. All right, the type of person that you are, it brings the spirit out of other people because they're upset and angry that they don't draw that type of energy, or have that type of energy, or draw that type of attention. It frustrates them because, in a sense, the way they view it is, don't nobody care about them. And if you're a person that's really about your business or focused on yourself, you're not going to want other people to care about you. Not like that. You're not going to want anybody in your business or in your face or knowing your whereabouts. But these types of people see that more people than normal care about you, so it causes conflict because they want somebody to care about them like that, because they're either unaware of all the repercussions that come with that type of attention, or they're just evil and they know what type of person they are. They know what type of people those people are that try to attack you like that, and they just want the attention. All right, they're probably very skilled and probably very smart in terms of how to deal with someone who acts like that, because it's them. If you were a certain type of person and you knew that other people were just like that, then you would know how to deal with that type of person firsthand, off the bat, directly. You would know how to deal with that. But if this is the total opposite of who you are, and if this isn't what you do with your life or your time, or how you spend your day, then it may be difficult to pick up at first. You're like, what is this person doing? I don't know why they're doing this. Why is this person all up in my business? Kind of thing. They're low down and they're dirty because they want the worst thing to happen to you that possibly can. All right, they don't care that you're trying to get your life together. They don't care that you're building it from the ground up. They don't care that you're starting from the same place as them. You may be starting at scratch. They may be starting at scratch. They don't care. They still view you as above them, because it's the same thing as people who have more than you that act like this too. There are people who have more than you that behave this way. We've already discussed enough of that. We're already aware of that. People who have more than you that still have an issue with you. It's because of your divinity. All right, you're a divine being. and you're aware of that. You're aware of your divinity. You're aware of the things that you're supposed to be doing with your time, your life. You're aware of the things that you want in life. You have goals, you have dreams. You're infatuated with nice things. And there are people that just don't care. And they'll be mad and upset because you do care. You'll want a nice house. You'll want a nice car. You'll want a better lifestyle. And they will actually take time off of theirs if they're not being paid to harass you or mess with you or focus on you. And this is what causes me to strongly believe that these types of people are getting paid for this. Because who actually has time to take time off of their life to deal with a person this way? Unless they're getting a check for it. All right, because if somebody wasn't getting a check for this, seriously think about it. Would you waste your time dealing with someone like this, with that type of harassment, if there wasn't anything in it for you? And I know there are some people that are psychopathic and sociopathic, and they feed off of this type of energy. But there are some people who we all know who are getting incentives for this. They're getting paid for this. They're able to level up in life because of how they choose to deal with you. They either sign a blood oath, or they either take some type of credit, or they get their name on some type of list to get paid for this type of behavior, or maybe they're doing this to get their name off of a list. Who knows? There are people that do certain things that they shouldn't be doing, and maybe this is their way of blanking out their slate and starting over again and having a clean slate and having a fresh start. Because if someone is behaving to you like this and you're not doing anything to them, there's a reason behind it. All right, we already know of the jealousy. We already know of the hate. We already know of the anger and the animosity that people have just because they may not be able to live their life the way that you do. And as frustrating as it is for you, it's still some allure behind it. People think you're cool because you have to deal with people who are worried about you more than normal. Oh, that person's cool. You being one of those people that people are worried about, there's nothing really cool about that. You're just trying to go about your day and live your life and be who you are and not have any problems or any issues. But the reason why they're low down and dirty, and the reason why they're slime balls, is because they just don't care. The empathy is not there. The sound-mindedness is not there. The logic is not there. The reasoning is not there. They don't have any of that. So there's really nothing that you can expect from someone like this except for them to accept the devil to devil. That's really all you can expect from someone like this. All right, I know there are some of us who are good-hearted, good-spirited, good-minded, and because you're that way, you think that people can actually change. You think that you may get something different out of someone that you got previously. You know what? They acted like this today. Maybe it'll be different tomorrow. You know, they harassed me yesterday. Maybe it'll be a change tomorrow. But you're always pursuing a level of growth. So you can't attribute the way you live your life to the way that everybody else does. Not everybody lives their life that way. It's just the way it is. You have some people that are low down and dirty, and they're evil. And that's the way that they want to live their life. As for, just like the noise campaign that you hear right now, just like the street theater that you hear right now. I'm standing here with this camera, and there are people who are trying to distract me and stop me from making my video. They're trying to get my attention or my focus onto them or whatever's going on behind me. But I'm not focused on that. I'm not worried about that. But when you have people who are focused on you and worried about you, they'll do anything. They'll do whatever they need to do. They'll clap, they'll shout, they'll scream, yell, whatever it is they need to do, because they could break up your attention. They could take your focus off of what it's on and put it on to them. And that's what demons do. A demonic entity is not going to allow you, or they're not going to be able to let you focus on yourself. It's got to be something that they do to try to get your attention. It's got to be something that they do to try to take your focus off of yourself, because they're thirsty for it. They see all the attention that you get. They see all the allure that you have. They see the effect that you have on other people, and they want it for themselves. But the thing is, they don't attract people that way. If you're a bodybuilder and what you do is bodybuilding, if you go out and bodybuild, you're going to attract people. If you're a baller, you get fresh and wear diamond chains and got expensive things. If that's how you live your life or what you do, you're going to attract people. It's like you getting into some money, and now that you've worked and started your business, you're able to dress a certain way. Okay, I used to shop at Kmart, now I can shop at Balenciaga. Now you see this person who is living below their means, trying to keep up with you. Well, you got Balenciaga? I could wear that too. Like there are people who do things solely just based off the amount of attention that they'll get. It's not because they want to enjoy themselves. It's not because they're trying to help anyone. It's not because they're a creator and they're making something. It's really just to have somebody just look at them. Like there's no reasoning behind it. There's no purpose behind it. There's nothing behind it except the fact that they know that this is going to get them some attention. And you'll find people who do these types of things, they're always trying to do it in front of you. They're always trying, when they do it, they're trying to get you to see it. When you do it, they're trying to make sure you notice or you're paying attention to them. You'll have people who will purposely wait to try to show you whatever it is they're doing. And when you don't go to pay attention to them, that's when they get upset. That's when they get an attitude. And regardless of where you're at in life, regardless of what you're trying to do, regardless of your goals or the dream you may have for this particular opportunity or the level you're at in life, they could care less. And it's like they want to try to figure out a way to try to either stump you down or bring you down, or make sure that what you're trying to create or what you're trying to be or what you're trying to do, it doesn't happen. But the thing about that is, if you're not a person that gives up, you're always going to be in a position to make happen what you want. If you don't give up, you're always going to be able to make happen what you want. They may not want to see it, but you still have the opportunity to make it happen, because you know your dream is possible. You know what you're trying to do with your life is possible. You may not get that job. All right. You may want that job. Guess what? You may not get it. You may want a certain thing to happen. It may not happen. But overall, the end all be all is not going to result in you not being able to have what you want in life. The end all be all is not going to be you not being able to create your vision or your dream or your goal. You're still going to be able to do that. And this is what really pisses a lot of people off. And this is why a lot of people are truly salty, is because that regardless of whatever it is that they do or have in store for you, or whatever negativity they bring to the table, you're still going to be able to see your dream through. You're still going to be able to make happen what it is you want. So a devil can devil, a hater can hate, a negative person can be negative all they want. All right, it may be someone at your job, maybe a relative, it may be someone in your family, maybe a close friend, it may be one of your neighbors or something. Whatever it is that they're trying to see happen to you, it may even actually happen. All right, I'm here to tell you straight facts. It may actually happen. God forbid. All right, you may be at a certain level in life to where you have to experience more learning. You have to learn more, or you have to see how certain things happen. It may be a situation to where you have to go through some things. All right, God brings us through things, and we go through things so that way we can grow through things. Because I mean, if you know better, you would do better. Don't judge yourself because you missed out. Don't judge yourself because you lost out. Don't judge or be harshly on yourself because you didn't end up getting what it was you're trying to get. You have a good heart. You have a good spirit. You're headed in the right direction. And on top of that, not only that, you know what you want in life. People who are focused on you, chastising you, slandering you, coming after you, they don't know what the heck they want in life. They don't know what they want to do. And a lot of these people that stalk you, they have a lot of these people that stalk you, they actually like you on the low, and they're either some type of creep or some type of freak, and it's something within them that they get charged up. You know, it's like they take pleasure in this. Obviously, we all know that by now, but you're still going to be able to live the life that you know God wants you to live. All right, so they could be the big bad wolf. They could be the most demonic person you've ever come across in life. They could truly be an evil person. But what God has in store for you, nobody's going to be able to take that. All right, and the reason they can't take it is because it's in your mind. All right, you have a vision. Your thought process will sooner or later put you on a level to where you're going to eliminate all your problems. God's not having you go through these things for no reason. You may think that, oh man, this was really going to be my path to success. Oh man, this was really going to be the job that got me to a better place in life. You may actually think that way and feel that way, but I'm here to tell you today that there's infinite possibilities. There's infinite opportunities. Don't look at a situation that didn't happen the way you wanted to as the end of the world. Just because of a negative person, just because of a hater, just because of someone that didn't want to see you get to a level where you're at. If you know that you're going to be extremely successful and you know there are people that don't want to see you there, it's best to get through those types of people on the bottom and figure out how to deal with those types of people on the bottom instead of not having no know-how, no information, no intelligence on how to deal with them when you eventually get there. Because what's going to happen is with all the things that you're going through right now, you're going to eventually get to a position to where you would have mastered all this. And everything that you're going through, I know how to deal with this. I know how to handle this. I've seen this before. I know how to conquer this individual. I know how to let go of this type of situation. I know how to continue to win in the midst of somebody that wants me to lose. All right, so even though you want to win, even though you want to see other people win, unfortunately, there's still people out there that want to see you lose. And even though that's not you, they still may come after you. It may be that you're focused on yourself and you're choosing to be successful. It may be that this person is a straight up hater and you have something that they truly desire for themselves. Maybe it's your face. Maybe it's your the way you dress. Maybe it's the way you go about living your life or doing what it is you want to do with your life. If you know that you're somebody, there's always a nobody lurking around trying to disturb your peace and bring you to the level that they're at. Nobodies are miserable. All right, nobodies have absolutely nothing going on for themselves, and they wish the same for you. They want to see the same for you. And if they can't destroy your life, if they can't stop you from becoming successful, what they'll do is they'll make sure that they don't have to see it. They'll make sure that they don't have to be around it. And all you're doing around people like this is trying to exist. That's it. All right, all you want to do around people like this is exist. That's it. But the fact that they're who they are, they can't exist around you. It's difficult for them to exist around you because you actually have something going on and they actually have nothing going on. All they could do is sit and watch. All they could do is try to destroy something they see you trying to build. And when you're building something, you don't have time to focus on anybody else. When you're building something in your life, you don't have time to put your mind or your attention or your focus or your goals onto anybody else. But because of the type of attention that you draw, because of who you are and who God created you to be, that's just the way it is. And the more you go through life and experience life, it may be some losses instead of some triumphs. It may be some down moments instead of times where you feel uplifted or you're succeeding. It may be some times where you feel that you're not where you're supposed to be, and you may feel that, you know what, dang, I'm backpedaling, or dang, I should be here right now, or dang, that shouldn't have happened. Don't worry about what should have happened. Don't worry about what didn't happen. Don't worry about what could happen. All you need to know is who you're becoming, who you want to be, and what you want to do with your life. That's it. And if you believe in that, and if you don't give up, and if you know that you could actually become what it is you want, or you condition your mind to believe that you could actually be what it is you want, you're going to get there. So no matter how many times they may have hit you with the torture, or no matter how many times they may have knocked you down, or no matter how many times they may have wanted to see you be upset, or see something bad happen to you, or see you get fired from your job, or see you have to relocate and not be able to live in a place where you once stayed at, you're still going to become successful. Sooner or later, if you don't quit or if you don't give up, they're going to see your face, and they're going to be angry. The only person that they're going to hate is themselves. The only person that they're going to be upset with is the person that they see when they look in the mirror. All that attacking you all that anger towards you, all that hatred towards you is really being projected. It's really how they feel inwardly towards themselves, but it's too much bad energy, it's so much hate, they got to project it onto somebody else. They got to share it. They got to spread that thing. They got to make sure somebody else has to deal with that. They can't be the only one miserable. They can't be the only one unhappy. They can't be the only one suffering. Because when you really look at them, they're unhappy for real. All right, when you really look at them, they're upset for real. Like, you have the opportunity to take your life in a certain direction, and they don't have the opportunity to take their life nowhere. Why? Because they're too focused on other people. They're not worried about themselves enough. And you're not supposed to worry at all. For real. Worry is witchcraft. You're not supposed to worry about anything, especially other people. You're not supposed to worry about yourself. You're not even supposed to, in the sense of thinking a negative situation may happen. Focusing on yourselves and worrying about yourself is two different things. You may have heard people say you better worry about yourself. What they should have said was you should focus on yourself, because worrying is witchcraft. And worry is anything that causes you to use the mind in a negative way is witchcraft. So if you're worrying about how things are going to work out, if you're worrying about how this person is going to affect you and things aren't going to go the way you want, they're programming you for a negative form of sorcery called witchcraft to use that on your own mind and to conduct yourself in a way to where you create negative situations. If somebody is causing trouble in your life and you don't know how to use your mind any other way, or even if you are trying to use your mind in a positive way, even if you may not want the thing to happen, if that's where your focus is, I don't want this to happen, it may end up happening just because that's where your energy is going. Even if you don't want something to happen and you want something to happen, whatever you focus on, as we all know, that's what's going to grow. That's where the energy is going to flow. So in certain situations, it's really best to act like certain things don't even exist. It's really best to act like certain things aren't even happening. Not just sit there and let anything happen, but to ignore, and act like certain things aren't happening, so that way your focus doesn't go into that direction. And even if your focus does end up going in a negative direction, and even if things don't end up working out the way you want them to, as long as you keep your vision and you stay positive and you know what you want to do in your life, you're going to get there. We all we all have errors. We all do things that we're not supposed to do. We all have situations where we should have acted one way instead of acting the way that we acted. It's life. Life is a learning experience. The L in life stands for learning. If you want to make an acronym for life, I probably don't have time to do it right now because it might throw me off and interrupt the type of video I'm trying to do. But the L for life is learning. You're here on this planet Earth to plan your life out and to learn. It's just an experience. But in order to make your experience go the way you want, all you really have to do is focus, have faith, and stay positive. Because there are going to be entities, there are going to be people that want to see negative things happen to you, that aren't going to want to see you succeed, that aren't going to want to see you win, and they may even try to trap you up. They may hit you with they may have some type of spell, some type of evil information that they know how to use to get over on you or to make things happen that you don't want to happen. Guess what? God will take care of that. Guess what? You're still going to succeed. Guess what? You still got the opportunity to win. Guess what? You're still going to become successful. No matter how bad they don't want to see it, you have to realize that that's how bad you actually want it for yourself. Because if you really want it for yourself, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They may not want to see it. They may get you out of an opportunity that you felt was for you, or felt was right, or felt was perfect, or felt it was going to work. Guess what? You still have the opportunity to win. If someone tries to ruin an opportunity for you, that's not the end all be all for you. Somebody doesn't want to see you win or succeed, and they're actually successful in making that happen because they may have tricked you out your spot. They may have been able to work your nerves. You may have been going through something and this person may have been able to push your buttons. But guess what? They can't stop the choices that you make in life. They can't stop the decisions that you make in life. They can't stop you from pursuing your goals. They can't stop you from creating a situation to where something better can come. So as bad and as evil and as negative as people are, you still have the opportunity to win. you still have the opportunity to find it within yourself to pick up your bed and walk, as hard as it may be, as downtrodden as you may be, as discouraged as you may be, and still succeed. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button, and I will most definitely see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.